Okay, welcome to Knowledge Set channel. In this video, we will be discussing about collaborative filtering, a type of collaborative filtering that is called as item based. See, earlier we have discussed about many different topics in collaborative systems, whereas in this video we will be discussing only about the item based collaborative filtering. In previous video we have discussed about the user based collaborative filtering type of recommender systems, whereas in this video we will be discussing about the item based. Is it okay? So item based collaborative filtering of recommender systems. Anyway, just to have a brief outline of what we have discussed in the previous videos, I will just give you a small glimpse of what we have discussed, or quick recap of what we have covered in the previous past videos. So we have discussed about the primary and secondary goals in the previous videos. So in previous videos we have discussed in detail about what are the secondary goals of the recommender systems. For example, there are many different goals like relevance, novelty, serendipity, diversity, everything we have discussed in detail in the previous videos. So now in this video we will be discussing about the collaborative filtering method. So in the collaborative filtering method we will be discussing about the item based one. Anyway, in order to understand what do you mean by collaborative filtering, okay, so anyway I have given a small introduction of collaborative filtering in the previous videos, but to have a small recap I will just remind you what is collaborative filtering. So collaborative filtering always recommends the items based on the behavior and preferences of other users. Please remember it. So collaborative filtering always recommends the items based on the behavior and preferences of the other users. Is it clear? See, actually the core idea, what is the core idea? That the user always who agreed in the past on a set of items will always likely again agree in the future. So this is the basic nature of every user. Is it right? So based on that, it has been classified into, there is a collaborative filtering method has been classified into two. One is the user based, the other one is the item based. Okay. So we have discussed in detail about what do you mean by user based collaborative filtering technique for recommender systems. So in this video we will be discussing about the item based collaborative filtering method of recommender systems. Okay, so hope you are clear with the concepts of what do you mean by collaborative filtering and why we are, and this is called as a matrix which we are forming for different users. So how many users are having? So user item interaction matrix is what is this? So for example, a user A may like a movie 2. Is it right? So like that he can give the rating according to his need. So that is called as the user based collaborative filtering method. So in this we will be discussing about the item based. So what do you mean by item based? What do you mean by item based? So actually item based is nothing but in order to find, okay, in order to find, what do you mean by item based? That is, item based is nothing but in order to find, okay, the items that are similar to the ones the user has already liked. Okay, it finds the items that are similar to the ones the user has already liked. This is called as the item based. Actually, this particular methodology is more scalable than the user based filtering because the item similarities are more stable over a long period of time. For example, I just want you to convey with some example. For example, if a user likes a particular book, the recommender system, or the system will be recommending the other books that were frequently liked by the same people who liked that initial book. Is it clear? So, item based is nothing but, for example, a user is there and he likes a particular book. What the system does is, it will recommend the other books that were frequently liked by the same people who liked the initial book. That is called as the item based collaborative filtering, which is the most important and widely scalable technique that is used for recommender system. Again, here also we are using the matrix factorization. So as we have discussed, what is the use of this matrix factorization? So a matrix has been formed. What is that matrix that is formed? Is nothing but user item interaction matrix has been formed based on the ratings that is given by a user on a particular item. That is called as user item interaction matrix. So it is very important to do the matrix factorization. It is a very common technique which is used in collaborative filtering, that is matrix factorization. So what it does is nothing but, it is going to decompose the user item interaction matrix. How it decomposes? It decomposes into two lower dimensional matrix, which represents the latent factors for the users and items. So what is the use of this actually? So this helps to capture the hidden patterns and relationships between them. So that's why this matrix factorization plays a very vital role. Please understand. So this is a small thing which I just want to represent using a diagrammatic. So as we have already discussed, what is item based collaborative filter? So always it finds the item that are similar to the ones that the user has already liked. So this is often more scalable, as we have discussed. For example, if the user likes a particular book, the system recommends the other books that were frequently liked by the same people who liked that initial book. That is called as the item based collaborative filtering method. So hope you are clear. Okay. So what is the need for this recommender system? So why we are going for this recommender system? So the recommender system is always used because nowadays it is widely used in almost all the industries, in all the MNC companies. They are using this recommender system. Why? Because the information has become overloaded. For example, in this 25 years, the internet has lot of information. It's very difficult for any user to filter it out which is more relevant for his search. So that's where this recommender system plays a very vital role in improving the performance by reducing this information overload effect. So the user experience is better, and that's why this recommender system is almost always used in order to have a better user experience. What is the ultimate goal is, we will have a good business growth, because each and every user has his own requirements and his own taste and his own targets, his own tasks. So the business always grows if we understand the user's requirements, and if we give the search pages or websites according to his requirements. That is called as the best recommender system. So it also improves the business growth finally. Almost all the MNC companies are using these recommender systems, like Amazon, Spotify, and YouTube, many other. Okay, Google. So everywhere there are a lot of job opportunities for the AI students if they concentrate much on this recommender system. So I am surely I will surely recommend this recommender system for any AI engineer for getting a better job, right? So we have come to the last slide. So really very thankful for your patient listening of this video. So if you really like this video, please give a thumbs up. Any questions you have, you can just comment. And if you feel that this particular video will be useful to someone, please share it. And if you really like the videos which I post in this channel, please subscribe to my channel and support my channel. So thank you very much for your patient listening. See you all once again. Thank you.